Hi and welcome to the wrap-up of the May timed online auction. This is a first for Shannons. We combined our Sydney and Melbourne auction lots into one large time online auction. 101 lots in total, from memorabilia to number plates, motorcycles and cars. We had some great spirited bidding over the 2-week auction period with some 2,000 bids received overall. The auction concluding at 7 p.m. on Wednesday the 3rd of June. I hope you tuned in to watch as many of the lots actually got extended bidding right through the night and finished off at about 10 p.m. The time online auction attracted some great heritage plates from Victoria and New South Wales. We had some great bidding competition across the 2 weeks of the auction, from the beginning to the closing night. We saw a lot of bid extensions take place on these plates, as bidders didn't want to miss out on the night. Some of the 4 and 5-digit plates with great number combinations performed strongly, whilst the 3-digit plates mostly sold in their expected guiding range, topped by New South Wales plate 280, the strongest of the 3-digit plates on the night, and we finished up at $220,000. There was a great selection of classic motorcycles in this time online auction from both Melbourne and Sydney locations. We started off with a small Honda CT70 mini bike right through the big Harley-Davidson FL Glide. The activity on the bikes were really strong. We saw the BSAs had some really strong interest early on in a piece, so did the Triumph T120R. All 3 bikes performed extremely well, but the standout lot would have to be the Velocette Sportsman 500. Finished off at $39,500 in the bidding against a much lower guiding range. Similarly, the Harley FL Glide performed really well and finished off at $38,500 against also a lower guiding range. With a large and rare selection of cars on offer from both Melbourne and Sydney in this May online auction, there was expected to be a few highlights, from the gorgeous Mini K1100, hard to find today, especially in this condition, against a range of $15,000 to $20,000. It finished up at $29,000, a really strong result for the little Mini K. Another strong performer from the beginning of the auction was the Plymouth Barracuda. It's probably the car that attracted the most interest at the beginning, and we had a range of $25,000 to $30,000, and after some incredible bidding, right out to the end, it finished off at $53,351. As you'd expect, there are a number of car highlights from the Melbourne offerings, but 2 that I will concentrate on. One was a 1977 Porsche 930 Turbo, and after a slow start from the bidding, it really picked up on the last night, finally selling for $164,500, so a good result for a driver level Series 1 Turbo. The other car that caught our eyes initially would have to be the Chrysler VH Charger RT, one of the brightest cars in the auction on offer. It showed some great interest in the lead up to the auction, and despite some slow bidding initially, once again on the final night, it finished strongly at $99,000, so a great result for the VH Charger RT. Sydney had some great lots on offer. 2 standouts were the gorgeous XK140 fixhead and the XK120 SE Roadster. Both of the cars had some good bidding throughout the auction period, the 140 finishing off at $125,000 and the XK120 SE finishing off at $151,000. So both of those really great results for those 2 cars. There are 3 great projects on offer from Sydney also. The SS Saloon, the MGA Fixhead Coupe, which is quite a rare offering and desirable today, and also the MGTF 1500 Roadster project. All 3 had good interest right through the auction, with the bidding on all 3 finishing strongly, $18,500 for the SS, $27,500 for the MGA Fixhead, and $40,500 for the MGTF 1500s. So 3 great results for project cars. 2 of the Sydney lots that really caught my attention in the auction. One was a gorgeous 65 Chevrolet Corvette convertible, one of my favourite all-time shapes for a Corvette. Watched the bidding from the beginning, across the 2-week period, had some really great interest, and the bidding towards the end finished strongly, and we finished at $92,000. I actually thought that was good buying for that car, given the excellent condition for the model. The other car was a rare Jensen FF MkI. I mean, these cars just don't come up often. I think we believe there's maybe up to 10 of these examples here in Australia. 4-wheel drive Jensen. This car has got quite a history. Tarmac rally car, very well known. The car was a little bit tired, obviously it can be improved, and we saw some great bidding on that car across a 2-week period, finished very strongly, even some good overseas bidding on the car, and finished up at $72,000. That's our wrap for the May timed online auction. As I mentioned, some great results overall, over 96% clearance rate, and that's over $4.4 million in total sales from a great selection of memorabilia, number plates, cars and motorcycles. We're now looking for entries for our next timed online auction, which is scheduled for late August. We'll be collecting all the lots throughout June and closing entries in early July. So if you're looking at selling something, contact the auction team at shannons.com.au/auctions.